Representative of Somalia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, Excellencies, it's an honor for me again to speak again before the Security Council today. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you, Mr. President, on your country's assumption on the presidency of the Council for this month. I wish to assure you that of my delegation's full support during your term in office. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank your predecessor, the Permanent Representative of Kuwait, for the outstanding work he accomplished on his watch in the month of February. Mr. President, I appreciate the Council's invitation, and I'm excited to be present here to witness the adoption of this very important Resolution 2408 of 2018, which I believe provides essential assistance for our government and facilitates the achievement of its policy of developing Somalia in the areas of inter alia, political inclusiveness, governance, economic development, and security. We welcome this unanimous adoption and appreciate the support and constructive engagement of the Council members in committing to support Somalia and the government's effort to tackle the many complex challenges it faces. Though there may be a nuanced difference in how the Council members assess the current situation, we are united in recognizing the important role that the United Nations will continue to play in promoting peace and stability. I believe that the recently adopted resolution ensures that support by the United Nations and the Security Council in particular towards Somalia. I think it will be truly effective. We're also confident that the Security Council, the international community as a whole, and other partners in the development of Somalia's future will adhere by what's clearly expressed here, that the current national reconstruction effort we're engaged in Somali Republic must be a Somali-driven and must be seen as a Somali-driven. Having said that, we remain deeply concerned with some of the comments made by senior UNSOM officials periodically, making sometimes an erroneous during the conferences in political issues on Somalia. We are further troubled by the negative impact those statements generate in the United Nations Security Council as well as in Somalia. Those actions shouldn't get the UN Security Council members distracted from the challenges and issues on the ground. Accordingly, we strongly urge UNSOM leadership to remain committed on carrying their duties as set out in their mandate and refrain from sensationalizing political trends, which can be harmful to our current effort in the government-led political process as well as peace and political stability in Somalia. Mr. President, the Somali government will continue to be one that strives toward unity and works to enhance constructive dialogue in order to settle the outstanding issues between the federal government and all regional authorities. Nonetheless, we cannot abide any unconstitutional decisions taken by regional authorities, including northwestern region of Somalia, Somaliland, since such actions will undermine the unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of Somalia, which are all guaranteed under our Constitution. In that regard, with sights set up on preserving the unity of Somali territory and people, our Parliament recently voted unanimously to reject United Arab Emirates-based DP World Agreement with the Northwestern Region Authority, Somaliland, and to commit the government of Somalia to taking measures to secure Somalia's unity and sovereignty under Article 1 of our Constitution. 2 years ago, United Arab Emirates signed an agreement with Somaliland regional authorities to establish UAE military base in Berbera port without the consent of the federal government of Somalia. The Somali Eritrea Monitoring Group, SEMG, confirmed in its latest annual report, S/2017/924, that construction of the new facilities is underway. The monitoring group further stated that the establishment of foreign military base in Berbera involving the transfer of military material to the territory will constitute a violation of arms embargo on Somalia. This action is taken by UAE in Somalia are in clear violation of international law, the Charter of United Nations, and the norms of international relations and international cooperation. Therefore, the federal government of Somalia calls on the Security Council to take the necessary steps in accordance with its mandate to maintain international peace and security, to put an end to those actions and ensure the implementation of its resolutions concerning Somalia. The federal government of Somalia strongly condemns those blatant violations and reaffirms that it will take the necessary measures deriving from its primary responsibility to defend the inviolability of the sovereignty and the unity of Somalia in accordance with the Somali Constitution and international law and covenants. To conclude, Mr. President, I cannot end my remarks without once again expressing to the Council's gratitude of the people and the government of Federal Republic of Somalia for the continued support made by the United Nations to preserve the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country and to guarantee its peace and political stability. Thank you, Mr. President.